Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to Pocket Captains Plays Pixel Starships. Well, oh, supplies. No, didn't think so. Already tapped those. Here's our ship. And it's a nice looking ship and hasn't been doing badly, but lately it hasn't been doing great either. Now, I've come to love this function. Click. All my stuff goes in where it belongs. I love that. Something else I've come to love is when we use up. Let's see, we got a full ship. Let's see if we can kick a battle in. I have been winning a lot of battles lately. And to be honest with you, I have been receiving advice from you guys in the comments of the videos. And one of which somebody said, make the sandwich, which is put the armor between the two rows, make some adjustments. And I'm thinking, well, you know, I used to do that. And of course, this person is absolutely right. My design is just sloppy. It's a sloppy design. I deserve to lose. I should do better. And I'm thinking, well, wait a minute. The reactors are up here. But do I care about them? If I move this down, the reactors will be exposed. But I really don't think I care too much about the missile rooms or the shield room. Why don't I switch those, put them up there, bring the reactors down here to a level where I care about them more, and put them in between the sandwich. So I think we're going to do that. But while we're going to do that, first of all, let's try a combat out and try out something I've discovered. PvP. Find me a ship. A good ship to fight. Don't make me lose. Come on. Give me one. I keep losing. Every time I try to do a demonstration, I get my butt kicked. And you people looking going, oh, now we know what not to do. Don't do what Easy Hits does. They name them back for the reason. Here we go. We're going in. We're going after this guy. He just happened to be the first guy I ran across. No, see? Disable the teleporter right away. Now, if you guys want to know more about how I did this or what's going on there, take a look at our blog at www.pocketcaptains.com, where we talk about Ultra Dismantle versus, what is it? Ultra Dismantle versus, I've got a hole in my brain. Anyway, it'll come to me. Will we talk about which one's better to have on board? That was not Ultra Dismantle. That was System Hack. System Hack was used. We looked at the pros and cons of both. I actually use both still. I've also been advised in the chat, somebody get rid of the General. He isn't actually all that useful. I consider he has his uses. He's right. One of the things he's really good at though is actually hitting people hard. So we're not doing badly here, but we're not destroying him either, like his crew's dead. So what's going on? Why are we not killing off his crew more effective? Oh, because he's pretty well done a number on my crew, hasn't he? He did a good number on my crew. And I have nobody left to beam over and do damage with. This is going to be close. Closer than I would like. Oh, I love a good battle. This is a good battle. We won. This guy did a good fight. Matzi, 911, good job. Not a bad ship. Of course, you see he's got the iron armor sandwich. I don't. Let's see if it shows up. There it is. Remember I bought that last time I played the auto rearm thing? I researched it and I wanted to know what it would do. It gives me this. Watch this. Click. And I said modules or this. And I now rearm my plasma. But it gave me the option to, now somebody else put in the chat, those modules it's referring to is, it used to be when I last played, the armor was completely like unreplaceable. When you lost your armor, it was gone. Not the armor, rather, things like barricades and things like that. I got an example here. I've got, not that one, dum-dum, the sandbags. It's a blade. Once it's gone, it's gone. Okay, so I never bothered investing in them because who wants to build something and see it disappear? But apparently, you can, if they're not destroyed, you can put minerals in and repair them. And that's what that other feature was for modules. I'm kind of liking the idea of that. I'm going to explore now to see what the benefits are of going that way. Okay, I didn't mean that one. I meant combine. Might make it worth my while now. Upgrade, combine. Good. So we'll look into that, see what can come with that as soon as I get enough resources. Because to make one of these, you need a lot of this. Upgrade. 6 of them. My goodness, just to make one. And then of course you look at that and go, but look at all the water sprinklers I could make. Is that worth it? Then we go upgrade this. We can make bricks. We got material for bricks. That's not a problem. And then beyond bricks, there's more things we can make, like steel barriers. I think if you get it high enough, it still could be very cool. If it is actually if it's destroyed and it's perma-gone, maybe not worth it. I don't know. I don't know how it's going to work. But what I'll do is I'll use my precious resources and I will experiment. And then, of course, if you guys know if it's perma-gone, you want to tell me, that would be great. So one of the other things I'm going to discuss in this episode, besides having you watch me go through and rearrange all my armor, is something else that's been on our minds, and we've been working on it, and that is Starbase. Yep, we did it. We built a Starbase. Here we are. We're going to take a little visit. What are the benefits of having a Starbase? Well, if you've done any PvPing, you probably know that it will help with the combat a little bit by shooting the bad guys or your enemies with missiles. One of the other nice things it has, though, is a printing press for making money, which I click on every chance I get. Now I have access to our base. I can go inside. Should I go in and show you our secrets? For anybody who hasn't joined the fleet yet and you're wondering if you should, there are some obligations. For example, I'm making some pretty hefty donations to maintain our fleet. Oh, more resources. The dock, unlike the other game, what happens is these docks will regularly bring you resources, which you can use to pile up. And when you get enough resources, you can buy nifty things. And I think one of the things he's trying to do is upgrade the dock some more, because I think the more you upgrade the dock, the faster and the better the resources come in. And the ship is depending on it. Right now, he's upgrading the printer, though. The printer, I assume, will produce... I don't know if it produces more money or more often. I don't know what the benefits to upgrading the printer will be, but I guess we're going to find out. We got shields, we got lasers, we got a lab. In this lab, you can only research things that are relevant to the space station. A mini droid. This is the ammo recycling for the station. Modularization. Python for AI. Nanotech paint, which is expensive. And of course, Mimic missiles, which is the missile of the Starbase. So this one here is a laser, I think. Upgrade. Missile turrets. Sorry, missile turret. Multi-turret, rather. This is missiles. Sorry, these are new to me too, and I'm learning. There's a bolter. Good old-fashioned bolters. Engines. Reactors. All good stuff. That's the large reactor. There's the traditional one we're used to. A bridge. Not sure why we have a bridge. We're not going to escape. Maybe we can do things like auto rearming here. And we got space. I think I researched that. I hope nobody minded. So we got the Starbase. So what we're going to tell you is, now that we've got it, we actually recorded the video, how we got it, what steps we took to get here, and what it looks like to finally get a Starbase. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over now. I'm going to show you quickly a shot of me just going along and blowing things up and trying to do fighting to get gas. And whatever I did is whenever I got gas, I sold it to the fleet. So we'll talk about that in a moment. And then we'll show you the epic moment where Sexy, where's his name here? Sexy. He's the name of our commander here. Back to my ship. Can't just call him Sexy. That's just embarrassing. He's my buddy. It's just wrong. It's just so wrong. Not that there's anything wrong with that these days. It's just not a good fit for me. So let's see. His name is Sexy Captain. So we'll show you Sexy Captain and the moment when he takes his ship and activates the Starbase for the very first time. So I'll be right back and I'll let you watch those videos. Well, hello everybody, and I am joined by Captain Eric, the genius who actually found a way to get the Starbase working. Say hello, Captain Eric.
Actually, my name is Sexy Captain. I know you hate saying it, but I just love being sexy.
I can't call you that. I'm sorry. It's a contrived method to get me to engage.
Like I was saying, it's just great having people comment and saying, thanks, sexy. Just love that.
Bird makes your whole day. Does your wife get jealous?
I keep my pocket Starship life and family life completely separate.
It's a good thing. So what we're looking at here is a video of me farming for gas, which is something we had to do a lot because what was the gas and the minerals needed to get this thing going?
1.2 million each.
That's a lot of gas for one guy to gather.
If there are any people from our fleet that have been with us since the beginning, I'm sorry this took forever. First we needed 10 people, then we finally got 10 people, then we needed the resources, I had to, at least one person in the whole fleet needs to have enough space to buy a base, and I decided it was going to be me. So I spent 2 weeks upgrading all my storage because I had no real storage. So by the time I got to 1.2 million, then we needed donations to get to the 1.2 million because I couldn't collect all that. And here we are.
So that's a lot of stuff saved up there. So how did we transfer it from our ship to your ship?
It was basically the donation was basically it's like a mineral swap. I put up a small crate for sale. You buy it for a large amount. I keep the amount. You keep the crate. So it was a half a swap.
So I got a lot of crappy crepes out of that, but that's okay. The worst part is they take a cut.
Yep.
So you send all that gas over and they grab up a bunch.
It's most painful when you're doing like a 500,000 and you get 400,000. You really feel it then.
So we basically went into the fleet button, and you hit Starbase.
And then there's going to be we're going to have to need some lot of color commentary on this video because we spent a lot of time figuring out the name of the Starbase. We had an idea from the one from the beginning of StarCraft, but then we couldn't remember the name.
No, it was Master of Orion.
Was it?
The start of the Master of Orion. Yes. And I was Googling, looking it up. And so we were debating. So if you want to save some time, know the name of your Starbase before you get going, because it throws that at you right away.
Especially if you're going to start recording it. Don't start the recording and then go off with your phone trying to Google the name of that base from that game from 30 years ago.
Well, no, the real sweat time was you just spent all that time gathering up all that gas and all that minerals, and you're looking really sweet to enemy fleets. And you're like, I need a name, and I need it now because I don't want to get blown up and have all my stuff taken away. Oh, and then, of course, sometimes the internet just drops you, and you're really vulnerable.
And then, of course, I kept hitting the wrong buttons, hit the smiley face, damn it, I just want to write. Was it Science Station Hermes? Yes, Science Station
Hermes.
Yes.
And we spent so long trying to gather the stuff up, and we're like, don't make a mistake.
And
Please don't make.
And here was the moment of truth. You hit the button.
There it is.
You just spent the resources.
Well, you did.
Yeah. Well,
it's under Sexy Captain.
Under Sexy Captain. I am the Admiral.
Waiting. Wait, now something's going on in the background. We don't know what. This is where we're like, oh crap, don't crash now.
And
I know it didn't crash. I see Starbucks going by that you didn't get.
It has commenced.
Starbase construction is commenced. You're like, oh, great. There's a climactic moment of, oh, it's under construction. Well, ring-a-ding-ding.
Ring-a-ding-ding.
So there it is. A baby starship.
A baby Starbase, yes. So why a Starbase, you might ask? Good question.
Well, we didn't know.
Well,
we wanted to know ourselves.
Well, that's it. We wanted to start from the beginning. That's why we started the fleet. I mean, I'm in another fleet with my other alt, and yeah, Starbase gives you some bucks. It helps you during your PvP battles. But I was mostly in it for the bucks, which isn't that great. I think you were up to 2 or 3 a day now. You need to upgrade your station to get a better. It's a printer, so our printer is slowly upgrading, but then it's slow going.
Well, it helps with defense.
Yes. And you can, now that we have a Starbase, you can raid other people's bases, which I always found was fun.
And then there's the donation, which we've been pumping donations in, and you're doing that now. Still don't know why I'm donating or what that does. So we're going to have to talk about that one day.
Yeah, that's on me. I promised I was going to write an article on that. I'm trying to do the math. I did before and after comparing if the 5 small crates become a medium crate. Is there a trade-off in the exchange rate, or it's just the exact same thing? So, no, I'm not going to spend the Starbucks to rush it. Jeez.
We weren't in that big a hurry.
And the thing that confused me for the longest time is the Starbucks on the Starbase screen are blue. They're not green. So for a long time I was wondering, is it the same Starbucks? So it's just very confusing.
So anyway, that's the long and short of building and getting a Starbase. I always wanted to see it, and we did it. And thanks to Captain Eric, it was possible. Thank you very much for everything you did. We got to give a shout out to all these fantastic people who've joined our fleet, who've helped make that Starbase reality, who's making donations and sharing in the chat, giving ideas, exchanging ideas. They've all been really great, and we're really glad to see you guys. And if you want to join our fleet, please do. We're at www.pocketcaptains.com. The same as our website, which is where we go and write our tin hat ideas, and some other reference material is there. So please go over and take a look at us. We'd be happy to see you. In the meantime, I said I was going to try to adjust the armor sandwich. So let's get rid of some of this stuff we don't need. I do kind of want to keep the gist of this. I mean, something like this obviously doesn't need to be necessarily in the row, but I would like to see, let's remove these for a moment. They'll give me some working space. Don't worry, I won't forget to put them back at the middle. But let's see if we can do some adjusting space, because I think, oops. Wait, before I go moving things around too much. Let's go put this here. Don't know what that announcement was. It seems to be still functioning. That goes there. Reactors are now coming down. And things I don't need as much, like missiles, can come up. Oops, that stays there. And sorry, I was having a little deep in thought as I'm trying to concentrate, not mess this up. So I think, yeah, I care least about the shields because that's just for my timing. Missiles are most important, so if they get to those later, that's okay by me. We'll bring the sandwich down before I go getting too crazy here. Hello, Buck. There. Nothing too radical. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this row up exactly as it is. And maybe bring this one down exactly as it is. So let's see for a moment. Let me think for just a second. Of course, this could be Candyland. If I put the reactors with the teleporters, this is going to rapidly become Candyland. I can see that coming now. I mean, what a great opportunity for totally destroying everything. These bolters are less important than the anti-aircraft, so I want the anti-aircraft to be more accessible. Quickly and immediately accessible. And it might be handy. Take this and put it here. They might get one reactor, but not both. Take that, put it there. Now, I can do double down on my armor for this row, which makes it actually better for reactors, doesn't it? I mean, if you can double down on something, wouldn't it be the reactor? Excuse me, laddie. I'm going to remove you for a minute. You're in the way. So maybe the reactors should go up there. Missiles and lasers should come back down here. We'll let the reactors... Should I make the reactors... Should I put that there? Inquiring minds do want to know. If I put this in amongst the guns... This could be crazy. It's a sketch. It's a sketch. I could change my mind. And knowing me, I will. Oh, I see. This was laid out like this for that particular device right there. Isn't that interesting? So now I've got an extra gap. Mind the gap. What did I drop? A bolter? And a training room. Ooh, a buck. But now I've split the training room over 2 levels, really. I've got a space here and a space there. Not necessarily perfect. I don't want to take that out, though. But it really is not necessarily perfect. And I don't know if I move everything back, that doesn't gain me anything. Interesting conundrum. Although extra armor for the anti-aircraft gun. Not a bad idea. Let's build our sandwich up. Where do I put that training room, which I was so happy to finally have completely accessible to my ship? Kerthunk. Well, it's not a bad idea. I mean, it's not a bad working version. Lasers, teleporter. This is armored. That's armored. There's a door to keep you from having too much candy running around destroying my precious reactors. There's a lot of distance between the teleporter now and there, so I don't know. Maybe it's maybe it's a good idea. Maybe it's not a good idea. There's no real reactor. If I take all this and I move it forward by 1, I'd have room. I have to move the elevators back. There we go. I could put that shield room needs to be somewhere. Difficult decisions are being made here. Difficult decisions. I mean, I don't want to give up this either. Not that I'm having a problem with minerals at the moment. I'm not. They're not exactly synchronized either. I can't just, if I move these over, I could put that in there, but there'd be no way I could repair the room if it was being damaged in battle. Every room in here. If I take this one out for the moment, put the fleet back there. Shield room right there. Optimizing the space like it was. And I've dropped this. I'm not happy about that. Technically, I've tightened this up a bit and added a lot more armor. Jury's out whether that shield door is going to be strong enough to make the biggest difference. These gaps, of course, they actually don't matter that much. Nobody's going to go into this part of the ship at all. At least I haven't got the plans for that. So, yeah. I suppose I could look at taking this, putting it up there. Oops, then I have room for 2 of these. Possibly I've tightened that up a bit. I don't know. Definitely lots of spaces that need to be plugged. There. Maybe that's a little better. Not quite as wasteful on space. Certainly not as Nice looking to look at as it was. Sorry, I'm going to move this one. Little OCD here. I'm going to move that down and put the minerals at least together. So, and of course, the beautiful beacon. Can't function without a beacon. There we go. Need a beacon. I think I have... Do I have any more armor to buy? I do have more armor I can buy. So I can max out this. And which I will probably do, except I've already maxed up my construction. 1, 2, 3. So tomorrow, after the academy's finished upgrading, I can do that. And we can see if our new sandwich is truly effective. Certainly the idea of doubling down on the reactor sandwich has some... Ooh, nice. Has some appeal for me. Technically, I could make the reactor sandwich even stronger if I take the gym out of there and moved it over to here. But again, that gym's got to be connected in some way to the rest of this group. It can't just float on its own, or people who are training won't be able to make their contribution. It doesn't have to be critical. Like, it's certainly not getting any critical benefit. I mean, I could technically, let's see, remove this. Give the armor a little of the missiles, a little more juice. I mean, it's not like they're critical for the long-term battle, but a little extra armor. 9%. Every little bit helps these days. That's not too bad. Yeah, and although this isn't doing very much, it is actually adding a little bit of armor till I can buy more. So there's our new formation. My little blinky thing's not there, so I'll do it by hand. Yep, we got enough minerals coming in the door that I could go ahead and do some upgrade. I have to finish upgrading the elevator too. The other nice thing is about the ship, even more than my pirate ship, is it's coming along faster at level 7 than my other ship. My other ship's been forever. But certain moves, like having a combat-oriented crew, have helped. By the way, speaking of weird things, I wasn't, but I'm going to speak of weird something now. I just noticed whenever I do PvP, like my dailies. Sorry, that's not my dailies. I do my dailies, and mostly there's no more ship combat anymore, which I'm kind of cranky about. It's all crew combat. I've noticed that when I borrow somebody from the fleet, they're in my list of people I can choose from now. I don't know why I would, because I don't know what their strengths and weaknesses are. Hey, do I need another crewman? I might have lost somebody. Arctic 79, let's borrow you. Nope, I guess I'm all full. Okay, I do have them all. So let's go pick a fight. Oh yeah, there's the alien. I've got one on my other ship and I didn't recognize him. It looked like he belonged here. So my crew is maxing up in levels pretty quickly. It won't be too much longer now till we're ready to go. I'm going to replace this rush guy. I've got another rush person who is fairly elite. I'm training them up this way. Oh, look, they've all trained up now. I'm training them up by sending them to the fleet to help out, just like I try to train up theirs when I go to battle. Let's go pick another fight. Round out the day. Who am I picking a fight with? Level 8. Poor and wealthy. Oh, I hit the wrong button. I hit the wrong button. I'm a bozo. Poor and wealthy. Well, okay. This time I'll attack. I meant to attack the other one. First come, first serve. He's got the new tattoo in this. Oh, he's got an MD. A medical bay. I haven't seen a medical bay yet. That's kind of cool. System hack went off just like planned. The crew killed him before. Oh, a replacement came in and doing more damage. Come on, boyo. Take them out. Take them out. Hold that teleporter. Don't let him on board. Don't let him get off the ship. Good lad. Good lad. Heck damn it. They're still coming to attack my guy. I should have moved him maybe. I don't really want that teleporter repaired. Hold it. Hold it. Oh, he's slaughtering their crew. Look at him go. I love this guy. Meanwhile, the rest of the battle's going very, very well. Let's see how my ship's holding up. New armored vessel. Crew's mostly dead again. It's a hazard, I guess, of being me. Is there anything we can do to help the battle out? Maybe if he shut down the reactors, that would be of assistance. Doesn't necessary. We held on with 2 points. More of the crew survived. I don't know if the sandwich was a big contributing factor. It's hard to say objectively. But certainly we won one, and I have been winning a lot lately. So there we go. Replenish what we lost. Lock and load for the plasma cannon. Replace the missiles I burned through. Not you. Build. Get ready for the next round, whenever that's going to be. So that'll be it. It's nice to end on a high note. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. And I hope you're enjoying the show. If you have any questions or comments, please leave something in the comments. I love it. I do read them. I do look at them. I may not look at them right away. And I may not comment in them right away, but I am watching them when they come in and I read them. And if I think they're good, like the comments about the sandwich, I will put them in the show. So thank you very much for listening. And I hope you guys are having a fun time out there, as I try to have a fun time, at least a little bit every day. Thank you and goodbye. Get more tips at pocketcaptains.com.